What if I told you that some billionaire kids bathe in honey, ride in private jets as casually as we take taxis, and walk around worth $500 million before they can even drive a car? These children live in a world where gold cribs, private islands, and million-dollar toys are just another Tuesday. Today we are looking at the unbelievable and sometimes controversial lifestyles of billionaire kids. The world of Elon Musk's kids. Elon Musk is not only one of the richest men alive, but also a father of 11 children, each with names that sound like they were generated by a futuristic computer program. While most teenagers fight over who gets the family car, Musk's children can literally choose which private jet they want to take for the day. They live in a massive $35 million compound that resembles a fortress, and their education is just as unconventional. Musk created a private school called Ad Astra where there are no grades, no standard curriculum, and the purpose is to turn them into critical thinkers rather than students chasing marks. However, not all relationships are smooth. One of his older children, formerly known as Savior, transitioned and took the name Vivian, which led to estrangement from Elon. What Jeff Bezos' children experience. When it comes to Jeff Bezos, his parenting style feels more like a training program for entrepreneurs. At the age of 4, he gave his children sharp knives and expected them to learn responsibility. By 7 years old, they were using power tools, which sounds outrageous but fits his belief in teaching risk and consequence early. One of his daughters, adopted from China, has attracted public speculation due to her background, although Bezos himself treats all of them as heirs to his fortune. Each of his children is set to inherit tens of billions, making them some of the wealthiest individuals of the next generation before they have even built their own careers. It is almost like Bezos is shaping them into mini entrepreneurs before they even finish elementary school. Mark Zuckerberg kids lifestyle. Mark Zuckerberg has a very different philosophy when it comes to wealth and inheritance. Alongside his wife, he has pledged to give away 99% of his Facebook shares to charity instead of passing them directly to his children. To prepare them, he has written letters stressing that life will be filled with work, sacrifice, and contribution to the advancement of humanity. Yet, in contrast to these words, his children still live surrounded by luxury. They travel on his Gulfstream private jet, vacation on his $300 million yacht, and spend time in multi-million-dollar family compounds. What is most surprising is the facility he has built in Hawaii, a 1,400-acre property with 2 mansions, 10 pools, guest houses, and an underground doomsday shelter complete with food supplies and blast-proof doors. LeBron James' kids' life of fame. Growing up with LeBron James as a father is like living inside a sports fantasy. His children grew up shooting hoops inside his Beverly Hills mansion and sitting courtside at NBA games, where their dad is one of the greatest players of all time. Bronny James, his eldest son, was even recruited into the NBA to play alongside LeBron on the Los Angeles Lakers, though critics have debated his level of talent. Fame has also brought celebrity friendships, from appearing on live streams with Aiden Ross and Kay Cenat to walking out on stage with Drake. As a lifelong basketball fan myself, I cannot deny that playing alongside your father in the NBA, even for a single season, is a dream that very few children in history will ever experience. Blue Ivy and siblings spoiled by Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Jay-Z and Beyoncé have taken spoiling their children to levels that sound unreal. Blue Ivy's elementary school tuition alone costs $50,000 a year, comparable to high-end colleges. She became the youngest Grammy winner ever, although many people argue that her involvement was more symbolic than earned. The gifts these children receive are even more extreme. We are talking about gold rocking horses worth hundreds of thousands, diamond-studded pacifiers worth over $2 million, and entire birthday parties costing more than most people's homes. Perhaps the most extravagant gesture was when Beyoncé and Jay-Z shut down the Louvre in Paris, just so 2-year-old Blue Ivy could walk through privately. While Beyoncé is known for creating extravagant experiences, Jay-Z tends to take a calmer approach, preferring courtside NBA games, vacations, and simple family time. Bill Gates' kids and middle-class upbringing. Growing up as the children of Bill Gates was nothing like the wild extravagance we often see in other billionaire families. He and his former wife Melinda were known for their strict rules at home. No iPhones were allowed until the age of 14, and screen time was closely limited, which led the kids to secretly use VPNs to bypass restrictions. Each of his 3 children has gone on to pursue respectable careers. Fode with an interest in fashion, Jennifer in the field of medicine, and Rory leaning toward engineering. Despite their father being worth well over $100 billion, they are each set to inherit only $10 million. Mark Cuban and his parenting philosophy. When it comes to Mark Cuban, his focus has always been less on material gifts and more on the value of personal time. He is known for spending quality moments with his children instead of overwhelming them with excess luxury. Of course, they still enjoy privileges, such as being driven in bulletproof cars and vacationing in stunning estates around the world. Cuban insists, however, that his goal is to raise grounded and independent young adults who do not rely on his fame or money. His daughters have gained opportunities because of his status, but he carefully makes sure they remain humble and self-aware in their everyday lives. Kim and Kanye West children extravagant celebrations. The children of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have grown up in a world of extravagant celebrations that almost feel like productions. Their birthday parties often come with mascots, real fire trucks, and even live puppies available for adoption, turning simple events into media spectacles. Education also reflects their luxury as they attend Sierra Canyon School, an elite institution costing around $45,000 per year. Kanye once caused controversy by publicly threatening to remove them from this school, a statement that grabbed worldwide attention. Beyond school and parties, their lives include regular flights on private jets, family trips on yachts, and living in a $60 million mansion in Hidden Hills. The Rock daughters' royalty treatment. Life with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as a father looks more like a fairy tale childhood. His daughters spend their days hiking trails, swimming, and horseback riding alongside him, and he often shares tender moments such as tea parties and mermaid-themed birthdays. What stands out most is how much joy he takes in fatherhood, often letting them paint his face or play dress-up despite his tough guy image. His older daughter Simone has chosen a more serious path, following her father into the wrestling industry as part of the WWE. Seeing The Rock melt into a soft dad is proof that even the strongest giants can turn into teddy bears when it comes to their children. The royal kids George and Charlotte upbringing. Prince George and Princess Charlotte live a life balance between ordinary childhood routines and the heavy expectations of the British monarchy. They attend school like other children, yet their schedules also include public appearances at ceremonies, military parades, and even meetings with world leaders. Charlotte has already been valued as a $4.6 billion fashion icon, as her outfits cause trends to sell out worldwide. For George, the path is more serious, with a future in military service expected before eventually ascending to the throne. Cristiano Ronaldo kids international luxury. Cristiano Ronaldo's children enjoy one of the most international and luxurious lifestyles in the world. They move between multiple mansions in Spain, Italy, Portugal, and Saudi Arabia, all equipped with extravagant designs and amenities. His oldest son, Cristiano Jr., is already earning around $5,000 per month as part of a youth soccer academy, following closely in his father's footsteps. Birthdays often come with miniature luxury cars worth thousands, given to the children as toys. Travel is always first class, with the family regularly flying on private jets or enjoying time aboard a $5 million yacht. Trump kids lifestyle. Barron Trump, the youngest son of Donald Trump, had a childhood unlike any other. While living in the White House, he had access to bowling alleys, movie theaters, and acres of private space that most children could never imagine. His school days involved Secret Service escorts, bulletproof vehicles, and constant security presence. Outside of Washington, he spent time in Trump Tower penthouses, golf resorts, and the Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Despite having access to all these luxuries, Barron has largely maintained a low public profile, avoiding the spotlight compared to many children of billionaires and politicians. We have seen that wealth can buy almost anything for these kids, yet it cannot erase the pressures and controversies that come with their last names. Do you think their privilege is worth the trade-off? Or would you rather grow up with less money and more normalcy? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, subscribe for more stories like this.